Aloha, Ohana, Tribe of Light. It is Pink Bella. Welcome. It is Wednesday. I was trying to remember what day it is. It is Wednesday, August 9th. We are still in the Lionsgate energies and frequencies. And I have a special message today, a transmission from the Sirius star system as well. So this gateway, the Lions Gateway, is transmissions from the star system Sirius. And I've had a lot of visuals, a lot of things have happened to me personally that I'm still integrating. Many of you started to feel these energies on the weekend. Many of you started to really go into that intensity on the 7th, Monday the 7th, which was the full moon lunar eclipse, okay? So I am Pink Bella, known as Pink Bella Aloha Therapy. I'm a blue ray, a twin flame, a star seed, a light worker, a light being. I'm here as a liaison to work with you. I'm a higher self liaison, and I'm also a liaison between your guides. And if you're a star seed as well, I'm bringing in more information from my contacts in the Pleiadians, in Sirius, etc. So a couple of announcements before I start. This week is booked up with sessions, but I do have availability next week. And I want you all to know that the gateway wasn't just one day, that it's a constant build up, build up, build up. We're heading into a very intense solar eclipse. I do believe we're going to have 5 planets retrograde in this month as well. I'll bring more details about that in the next video, but just know that this is a very intense time, and we were in this place in February. We had eclipses and we had 5 planets retrograde. So Mercury is not, I don't think Mercury is officially retrograded, but we're in that pre-period. Mercury is my planet as a Gemini, so I feel it immensely before we go into retrograde. Uranus will be retrograde, and I will come forward with the other planets soon. This is a very intense time, a very quick acceleration of all of you on an individual level. And yes, I'm a blue ray and a twin flame, but right now myself and many are being guided to be in the separation, accept it, embrace it, work on self-love mastery, work on our soul mission, so I can allow more to come through for all of you. So if you would like to book a session or a reading, there's 4 options below. All specials for August, and some of them have crystal and sacred geometry activations. They're all awesome. Some of them include videos, and there's also like a basic energy session as well. If you're a twin flame or a non-twin flame, I offer sessions for all beings now, okay? So my website's below. You can go and check that out there. And if you're wondering about timeframes, I'm in the Pacific Standard Time Zone on the west coast of North America. My current grid point is Vancouver, British Columbia. So you can just email me with your days and times, and I will work out a time with you. This is a very fast-paced month for me. I'm going to be moving grid points. I will still be in Vancouver, but I'm going to be moving closer to another energy grid point that's more aligned with my energy and the transmissions, all right? So it's super exciting, but yes, it's going to be a bit chaotic for me as well. This is what we do as blue rays. We jump when we're guided to jump, okay? The other thing is, a couple things are going on. I will be starting classes in September, and I'm going to be bringing in more information about that, because there'll be packages for 4 classes versus 1 class. So I'll be bringing more information, so stay tuned for that. I also have been guided, because I've had a few of you who I've been working with, to offer not a mentoring program, but I feel I'm going to be offering like a 4-part class with a certification, with a piece of paper you get at the end to help you kickstart your, maybe you want to do oracle card readings and get more into your intuitive work. So I've been guided to help a few souls like that to start out with. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be coming very soon too. I feel like in the next week or 2, I'm going to be bringing forward a lot of announcements of some of my new work, which I'm super excited about. In gratitude, all of you who are coming forward and called to work with me right now, your higher self and my higher self come together. So in gratitude for California and Texas this week, and it's only Wednesday, because every time I have a session with one of you, information comes together for both of us. So things that I've been given, I have a confirmation for my clients. So thank you so very, very much, okay? So I want to share with you that yes, this Lionsgate is something we've been building up to since the July 7th, 17, the 7/7/17. And I showed this card at the beginning. And I showed this in July as well. I've been showing this a lot. So literally, the stars align over the pyramids in Egypt, and that's happening all over the planet. But this is a well-known monument to help us get our attention. Now it is about aligning with New Earth and the new energies, aligning with the New Earth crystalline grid, aligning with your higher vibration, your soul mission, and your higher self. It's about us graduating. We're all going through graduation this month, so the Lionsgate portal. I'm so excited because many of you at this point last year, Lionsgate. This time this year, there's so many people bringing forth transmissions and information. It's a super exciting time. It's what we've been waiting for. The time is now. We're here. That's why you're being guided to shift jobs and or something comes to an end and go a new direction. Your higher selves and your team of light are strategically placing you in a new environment. Choose you, choose love, choose high vibration. Often the lower part of us, the fear, will want us to go to safety. Time to do that. This is the time to believe and trust and have faith that just know that doors will open when they're supposed to open. Okay, so I was also guided to pull a couple cards from the Earth Magic deck for us today, and I haven't used this deck for quite a while. First, I'm going to share my experiences, and then I'll show the cards, and then I'll do the transmission. The transmission is quite short, but there were just some information that came through, and I wanted to share that all with you. So I wrote some things down as well. So my experiences started very intense energy, but very fatigued. But I worked very diligently that day on some personal things, getting some personal things organized and going through a real cleaning process. And I should have been able to sleep easily that night. So this is the Monday evening, the 8/7/17, the 7th, the eclipse. Every time I closed my eyes, I felt like I was going through the vortex, and I was shown I was going through the vortex. So the vortex portal gateway. I was trying to figure out the best way to show you all. So I have a card I can show you, but also I have an example that I can share with you. So there's a Milky Way card in called Perspective. That's what we've been going through. And some of you might just be starting to go through it. I was actually in the middle, in the eye of the storm, Monday evening. Hardly slept. Okay. Also, if any of you have watched The Wizard of Oz, when Dorothy's house goes up into the tornado, that's the same energy, only it's this way. It's like horizontal instead of vertical. Okay. And as a galaxy, that's what we all went through. What I was shown, every time I closed my eyes, it was so wild. I wouldn't sleep for very long and I'd be awake. But literally, I was in the portal and I was seeing it, and it was an emerald green light. It was so beautiful. And I kept seeing different guides. I kept being shown people that I knew, just like when Dorothy was in the tornado and all those things were flying around her. And I was shown numbers. So I was shown 444, 1111, which 1111 is a twin flame number, but it's also a gateway. Okay, it's a very sacred time. And sometimes we don't consciously understand the messages, but our higher self does, our soul does, and the DNA body is like. So the messages I was getting was, I've changed timelines. Sorry about that. I've changed timelines and I've changed realities. And exactly. So when this happens, it's a good reality, because if we haven't been conscious of it, it's a good reality. Other times it's like people start acting very strange in our environment and they look different. You've changed timelines. So all the players on your team and in your life are acting a bit off because you're different. You're at a higher frequency and they're maybe not. Okay. It's a bit confusing, but I will get into more of that. So that's what happened to me. So I saw the emerald green portal. I felt a lot of goddess energy. I felt a lot of divine goddess energy, and I just had that confirmed from one source, and then also the connection with the Sirius transmission today. I got that this has been a download to bring more of the divine feminine energy within all of us and to the planet, and to bring more of that goddess energy. Okay. And so basically, I shifted timelines. And my personal sign for quantum jumping and shifting timelines, I set up with my higher self a long time ago. It's a squirrel, because I'm in the Pacific Northwest, and it's a common sight to see sometimes. You don't always see squirrels, but for me, it's something that I can call upon in my reality to show me that I've jumped. I have seen squirrels every single day since the weekend. And one beautiful sight I got on the weekend was I went for a walk. Sorry about that. Someone's messaging me. I went for a walk and two squirrels hopped in front of me on a fence. They reached each other. They curled their tails up to touch one another and they kissed one another. I can't make this stuff up. It was so beautiful. And then they looked at me. Of course, by the time I got my camera and phone out, they were gone, but it was so beautiful. So I just want to share that with you that many of you have minds, okay? And you've also activated new energy centers. So you're going to need some time this week, and I've shared this before, in nature, resting, integrating. Even myself today, I'm going to do a little bit more work, and then I've been guided, need to go outside and integrate in nature, okay? But yes, Monday night, hardly slept. After my session, go to nature. That was my message, go to nature. So not where I'm living now. I went back to an area that I've lived in most of my life because there's a beautiful there's mountains there and there's beautiful trees and and there's a walk along the ocean. It's very smoky here, by the way, for those of you who've been emailing me. Had massive fires in British Columbia and the smoke has finally come to Vancouver, the lower mainland. We've been experiencing very smoky skies for about a week, so my throat as well is being affected. We're supposed to have some clearing on Monday, but yes, any love and light to this area and all areas where there's forest fires and some rain. We're asking for rain, so thank you. So yes, so merged timelines changed. As I'm driving to the ocean, a van pulls out in front of me. It says nature on it. So in case my little mind wanted me to go off somewhere and work for a while, I was like, no, go to nature. So I did. I hugged some of my favorite trees. I spent time walking all along the ocean and going back, and then I had a rest on the ocean, on the beach, actually. Then I saw some squirrels, of course, and even this morning, a squirrel came to just outside the window where I am. A squirrel came and just looked right at me, and it made so much noise that I knew. So I've been receiving those messages, and I just wanted to let you all know that if you haven't been sleeping, and if you've been feeling off or your reality has been feeling off, you're shifting timelines. So it's very important. Choose love, choose joy, choose peace, keep your vibration high. Anything right now that's pulling down your vibration, if it's just temporarily, just to take care of you. This is a huge self-love mastery test. And for all of us that are choosing a high vibration, we're getting a graduation to our next level. I'm just going to, excuse me, this has never happened before. I'm just going to shut off Messenger. Go. All right, sorry about that. I am back. Sorry about that. I rarely get message on Facebook, but of course, because I'm doing a transmission, I get message. So you're going to remember this one. This is all the live stuff. So this is what we're going through, and some of you might be feeling it. That would explain the dizziness. Your root chakra is getting reconnected to your Earth Star. Your Earth Star is your new center that's opening up in the crystalline grid on New Earth. So I will facilitate assistance with that during sessions as well, if that's something that you feel you need as well, okay? Because I know I did get contact from a client. It's very helpful because she said to me, I've never felt this way before. I said, neither have I. I want to share with all of you, I've been very aware of these gateways since 2012. This Lionsgate and this energy right now, unbelievable. I have never felt or experienced this yet. So that means more awesomeness is coming, but I as well have had to ask for my root chakra to be reconnected to my Earth Star, okay? So if you do need help with that, reach out. So I've shown this card. I've shown the Milky Way card. And we're also, the Sphinx is where it all started for me. This is the diamond frequencies, ancient wisdom. Some of you are receiving ancient wisdom to help you with your path. Some of you are receiving galactic wisdom to help you remember that you're a starseed, and you're receiving downloads. Even if you don't understand them yet, you're receiving light code activations, and those are specific codes to run this physical body, and it realigns everything so you can start fresh in a new direction. Okay, so I think that was it. Just I wanted to let you know that to assure you that some of you have changed timelines, and might take a day or two or even a few weeks to adjust to it. All right. So here's what came through the Sirian transmission, and it's short but very beautiful. The Lionsgate is the Emerald Gateway. It has the emerald frequency, and that is prosperity and abundance and happiness and heart chakra energy. So it's to help us all expand more and get deeper into our heart, and to understand that these bodies were given to us as a gift, and that we need to continue to take care of them, that they're a priority. Many of you are activating new energy centers, downloads to ancient and galactic wisdom. Adjust to that. Sometimes we're downloaded with information and it doesn't resonate. So the message that came through was write it down and then go back to it when it's time. Some of you might have experienced seeing sacred geometry, numbers, write them down, and then work with your higher self and your team of guides for your own personal messages. And that this is a beautiful gateway of the goddess and the divine feminine energy that we all agreed to anchor and activate on this planet, because it's time as well is a priority. So for you beautiful twin flames out there, the message is remember about true love, but right now the true love story is with the union within you. The unification is within you to love yourself more. So the masculine, you've been receiving and activating divine feminine energy. The divine feminine, you've been receiving more energy. All right. So that's the short transmission, but I just wanted to let you all know how important this gateway is and this month is to all of us as a personal journey and quantum jump to our next awesomeness that's coming. So it's a very intense month. And I'm going to sign off for now. I want to send you all so much love and aloha. If you'd like to book a session or reading, I do have some availability next week. So reach out, first come, first serve. Lots of love. I look forward to working with you. Have a beautiful day or evening wherever you are on the planet. Mahalo nui loa, everyone. Bye.